Welcome back, and Tarun Garg, who is the COO of Hyundai Motor India, is joining us on the show right now. Hi Tarun, a very good morning and great talking to you. Tarun, the major excitement point for Hyundai Motors India is definitely on Creta Electric SUV. All eyes on that, where in Bharat Mobility Expo you will be launching that one. So help us understand, where does it fit into the company's product portfolio at this point in time?
Frankly speaking, we are very excited today because this is our big foray into the electric vehicle segment in India, especially in the high volume segment. Creta is a very strong brand. We have sold more than 180,000 Cretas last year with a growth of 19%. So far, we have sold 1.1 million Cretas. We believe that Creta Electric will really be a big game changer. In fact, I believe personally that 2025, 2026 will be a year where electric vehicle sales will really take off. And Creta, with its great product strengths in terms of whether it's the range, whether it is the safety, whether the charging infrastructure which we are providing with the car, home charging as well as charging on the highways. Creta has everything. So we believe that the volumes can really go up. But beyond volumes, I think it will give the customers the confidence to really transform his journey from a IC vehicle to an electric vehicle.
Right. Tarun, good to have you on the show. So wanted to understand, what are the monthly sales units that you're looking at when it comes to this particular EV, and how is it that it'll add to the Creta portfolio?
If you see Creta, we started in 2015, and frankly speaking, if at that time somebody would have said that Hyundai will sell close to 200,000 Cretas in a year, people would not have believed. So I think Creta anyway is a very strong brand, and I don't want to put a number to the delta with the electric, because number tends to restrict you. I think the market is very nascent. India is at an early stage of electrification. In fact, 2024 electrification was 2.4%. I think it can really go up, and Creta is there to take it.
Right. So what are the overall plans for the EV segment, Tarun? Because Hyundai has launched its cheapest EV in Japan. You think that's a possibility of that coming to India? And will there be EVs in 10 lakh rupees price range here in the country too?
So I think we are looking at EVs in a very optimistic way. So we have a three-pronged strategy here itself. One is, of course, more models to be launched. So after the Creta EV, we have 3 more models to be launched, which will be a combination of base up dedicated EVs as well as derived EVs. The other thing is that we are looking at the supply chain, So before the Creta EV is launched, we have already localized the battery packs. Then we are looking at the cell manufacturing with a local Indian partner, which will again be a very big step. And also we are looking at drivetrain and power electronics in terms of the localization of the EV ecosystem. And then I mentioned about the charging ecosystem as well. So I think we have a very comprehensive strategy, because if you see Hyundai Motor Group globally is very successful and very good in terms of developing battery electric vehicles is concerned. So we are getting access to that kind of technology, and now we are bringing it in India, and we are very confident that going forward we can have the same kind of success in the battery electric vehicle market like we have had in the IC market.
All right, Tarun. But Tarun, just before that launch, you already had a meet with the dealers over the weekend. Just wanted to understand, what is the message there? What have you told them that you are preparing for the year ahead, and anything related to the slowdown concerns, Tarun? Because this particular year, the passenger vehicle industry is expected to show a flattish sort of a growth. Help us with the growth numbers that you are working with.
No, we have a very positive set of dealers. In fact, in the electric vehicle space, all across the country, more than 500 dealers will be selling the Creta Electric. 410 workshops are equipped to handle the Creta Electric. Dealers are very excited. In fact, they were wanting a very strong, high volume electric vehicle from Hyundai stable. And what better than the Creta Electric to really mark Hyundai's foray into the high volume electric vehicle segment.
Right. So what's the latest on the price rise? Which models have you already hiked prices for or are planning to?
So it's a very minor price increase which we have taken. At Hyundai, our effort is always to minimize the the passing of the cost to the customer. We have a very strong, cost optimization areas in the company. So here also we have done a very minor change, across the model range.
All right, Tarun, but also help us understand, are there some fears related to the market slowdown? Because all these companies have been taking the price hikes. So how logical are the price hikes right now?
Look, there always has to be a balance because the costs also keep on going up. So you have to see that how much of it you can pass it on to the customer, how much of it you can really absorb by way of cost optimization and looking at value engineering and all the efforts which we make. We have been very strong in all these efforts, and that is the reason we have been able to really give a good value to the customer.
Right. The other thing I also wanted to understand was what kind of discount trends are you looking at for this particular month and the coming few as well?
So actually speaking, if you see, discounts are a function of, what are the market situation in terms of festivity, in terms of the network, demand supply situation. So Q4 of last calendar, October and December were very good months. All of us are starting the new year on a very low inventory. I think these are very good times and where customers can get a 2025 model. And of course, like I said, the prices, the discounts, the new models. We have a Bharat Mobility now. I think customers will have a lot of choices in terms of not only EVs but also the ICs which are going to be launched in the Bharat Mobility. So I think these are very exciting times for the Indian auto industry.
All right, Tarun, we do understand that the inventory is on the lower level and the companies are starting with a low number over there. But if you can help us with more insights that what is the latest on the dealer inventory, and is it still at the higher levels? Like, it is coming down, but if you can put a number to that.
Dealer inventory is at a very normal 2 to 3 weeks at the beginning of January.
Right, okay. That's the take coming in and where the market is headed. But what I also wanted to understand was that though India has recorded its highest ever yearly domestic sales of about, over 6 lakh units in 2024, for many months there were talks of a slowdown concern as well. Where is the situation right now, and how is it that you see growth in the current year, that is 2025?
So frankly speaking, like we said, that Hyundai has been in India now for 27, 28 years, and we have been consistently growing. We have been consistently adding volumes both in the domestic as well as for the export markets as well. Now the Pune plant is also coming, so we are very optimistic. I think everybody is looking at India with a lot of interest. The GDP is good. The per capita is going up. This year monsoons were very good. Rural consumption is looking very good. Very stability after all the elections of this year. So I think we have a lot of optimism. If you see the CAGR, it has been consistently growing at about 5%. Whether you see the 5-year CAGR or the 10-year CAGR, going forward, CRISIL projects that the next 5 years also the CAGR will be in the range of 4.5% to 6%. I think Hyundai wants to really grow hand in hand, with the Indian people, with the communities, so that we can really contribute towards the growth of India.
All right, Tarun, with this, we let you go on that. Thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking with us. So that was the management of Hyundai Motors India talking to us that how the company is gearing up to introduce the Mobility Expo, but that's not it. 3 more Mobility Expo, but that's not it. 3 more EV launches are lined up is what he's highlighting. And also onto the current existing product portfolio, the inventory is really at the lower levels is also one of the key takeaways.